Hi everyone, I will share with you how I did install the lifeline. You know when you do a tube and you forgot to end up with the yarn, and then you have all that work, all cranking, and nothing to do with it? There a solution. You install a lifeline. What I did is I just, with the tip of my wool needle, grab one side of each stitch, and I stay on the same row. So as you could see, I would grab on the same side and I stay on the same row, and after that it will secure my work. So I will show you how I did this and how I count and what you could do with your excess of work. You could do a headband, you could do a hat, you could do anything you want, but you need to secure your work like this first to be more comfortable to do your project. So I almost reached the other side like this, and I will attach those two together. There, I removed the row that it was an extra because I go lower than the final row, so that way I'm sure that I don't lose any stitches. So that part is done. So now I will count. I count every V. You will not see it correctly during the video, but I count every V, every stitches, every rows. One rows is one V. So I have enough to make a headband, so I decide to do a headband. The famous twisted headband that everyone like, but with a little twist of difference at the end. I sew it differently and I feel it's more comfortable on your head. It's more soft on your forehead when you wear it. I did not do my twisted headband like that at the beginning, but now I do that. So I reached 85 rows. If you need 90 for adult, 83 for younger kids, or 85 for a teenager. So now I will install a second lifeline, and I do the same thing. I will just grab half of the stitch like this, and I stay on the same row. And I continue with the tip of my wool needle like this. There. I didn't put that fast because I want you guys to see what I do. There. Keep going. And if you want to save your leftover, you could install another lifeline around 3 rows lower and cut in the middle. But me, I didn't do that. I just cut right away because the video was running. So when you do that, be careful you don't cut the other side because it could happen. Okay? So I removed the excess of yarn that I cut. Just remove it. So that's why it's very important to stay on the same row. If you skip a row, you will end up with the stitch not in the right place. There. Remove the little pieces. There. Just pull on it and it fixes. So it will look like this when I'm finished, okay? But now, see, I take a lifeline in a different color. I will put that the opposite way of the tail of yarn that I have left, the yellow. So with a hook, I will go and grab one stitch on the side, one stitch on the other side. If I go too fast, I will put a video in the video description how to close a tube. If you're not comfortable with the hook, to do this part, you will go check 5 ways of closing tube. Choose the option 3. It's not the best way, but at least it will give you the opportunity to make a lot of projects till you get more comfortable with the hook. Okay, So choose number 3. There, grab on the other side, grab and pull, grab and pull. And very important to be sure that you don't miss any stitches. That's why I use a lifeline different color so I could see the stitches better. And it's good to have a loom hook close to you, because sometimes some stitches could get very tight at the end because they are very loose when we start, and sometimes at the end it could be a little bit tighter. So I continue, be very careful at the end like this, because sometimes some stitches could hide themselves. It's always fixable, but it's not fun when you end up with a drop stitch. See, and you pull the last tail of yarn and your row is done. So now it's time to remove the waste yarn or the lifeline with your loom hook. Very easy. Don't pull too quick on it. Make sure that you don't have any divided yarn in it, because sometimes it could happen with the tip of your needle. You could divide the yarn, not on purpose, but it could happen. So be careful. You go slowly with your loom hook and remove all the stitches that it keep together. Not the stitches, remove the lifeline. Oh my god, I sleep too much last night. There, and around here sometimes it's tight. Oh, it's gone. Pull on it, stretch, and check if you don't have any drop stitch. So now it's time to close it correctly. I will, with a loop, I will go and keep it and close it right there. But now, the different way I close it. It's not the different way I close it, it's the different way I finish it. I learn it with time. After 4 years, I do it differently. The first part is the same, but the last part is not exactly the same. So I start, make sure you get all the 4 ply of your work, because it's full. The two ends are fold together. I just grab 1/2 of the stitch, as you could see. Just 1/2 of the stitch. So that way it won't get too thick and not comfortable to wear. There, only 1/2 of it. And I continue, only 1/2 of your stitch. There on the edge, like this. You could see I grab all of it, but just 1/2 of the stitch. Make sure you got all the 4 ply when you sew. Grab it together, because you don't want to end up with a hole in it. Now, time to pull on it with secure your work and get your work more tight. Now, the last part I will do a full graft. I grab 1 full stitch on the side, 1 full stitch on the other side. What it would do, it will remove the big hard part that some headband could make on our forehead. So that way we don't feel it and more comfortable to wear. So that's a good tip. That's the tip for this week. We always get a little tip during time. So I did that headband 4 years ago, and now I do it like this. And it's still a great gift for the birthday, last minute birthday gift, or for Christmas gift. Always have somebody new getting to the house for Christmas. So that's my my Christmas gift that I have always, just in case. It's always ready, just in case. So almost finished. As you could see, the work look more not stiff. I'm looking for a word. I can't find a word. There. This, and cut the excess. Like that. And then you turn it and it's ready to wear. See you next week for a new video. Ciao ciao. Hope you enjoyed this one, and don't forget to put a thumbs up and never give up.